Hello and welcome. My focus is on the intersection of AI and modern hotel operations, and I'm really excited to be here to guide you, the students of Europe Hotel School, through a major transformation that's happening in our industry.
Our goal here isn't just theory. No, we're here to give you practical, hands-on knowledge about the technology that is completely changing how hotels operate. So think of this as a deep dive into the AI-supported tools that you're going to be using to build your careers.
All right, so here's our roadmap. We'll start with a look back at the old front desk, then jump into the new era of mobile and cloud tech. After that, we'll see how it streamlines operations, really elevates the guest experience, and finally, how it lets us use data to get a real strategic advantage.
Okay, let's get right into it. To really appreciate where we are now, we have to first understand the big challenges hotels used to face with that older, stationary technology. For decades, the entire hotel operation was anchored to a physical front desk. This, you can imagine, created huge bottlenecks. Information was trapped in different departments, communication was slow, and staff were literally chained to a single workstation. Just picture it. A guest is waiting to check in, and the agent's stuck on the phone just trying to confirm if a room is clean. That was the daily reality.
So, keeping those challenges in mind, let's look at the solution that just completely revolutionized the industry.
And the difference is, well, it's night and day. On one side, you've got the old on-premise systems. They were stationary, needed expensive servers to run, and kept all the data locked away in separate silos. But on the other side, we have modern cloud systems. They're mobile, they can grow with your business, and they're built to connect everything together.
So what is a mobile PMS exactly? It's the tech that puts the entire property management system right into the hands of your staff, on a tablet or a smartphone, wherever they happen to be on property. It gives them incredible flexibility and real-time access to information, totally freeing them from that desk.
And the engine that powers all this mobility, it's the cloud-based PMS. So instead of having this massive, expensive server room humming away in the hotel basements, all your data is securely stored on remote servers. This gives your entire team centralized access, and, it dramatically cuts down the need for costly on-site IT.
Okay, so theory is one thing, but the really crucial part is understanding how this tech actually works in the real world. So let's look at its impact on the day-to-day operations.
And this, right here, is a perfect example of a typical workflow. A housekeeper gets a cleaning task on their tablet. The second they start, they update the room status, and boom, the front desk sees it instantly. If they spot a leaky faucet, they can log a maintenance request right there from the room. The maintenance team gets an alert and is dispatched immediately. See? It's a seamless, real-time communication loop.
This technology makes every single job better. The front desk can greet a guest as their car pulls up and check them in on the spot. Housekeeping gets rid of that delay in reporting a clean room. Maintenance cuts down on room downtime. And managers, they can get a live snapshot of how everything's going from anywhere in the world. Operations just become so much more responsive. But being more efficient isn't just about saving time. It's about taking that time you've saved and putting it where it matters most, the guest. When your team isn't trapped behind a counter, they can completely change their role from being reactive problem solvers to proactive hosts. They can be out there in the lobby, by the pool, or in the restaurant, actually anticipating guest needs and offering truly personal help. The focus shifts from just processing transactions to creating real experiences. This tech also powers all the modern services that guests pretty much expect now. Things like a smooth digital check-in, using their phone as a room key, and self-service through a hotel app. All of that is made possible by a connected Cloud PMS. It makes sure guest profiles and preferences are updated instantly, which allows for consistent, personalized service no matter where they are in the hotel.
All right, finally, let's dig into how these systems give us the crucial data we need for smart leadership and intelligent decision-making.
In today's market, you just can't rely on gut feelings. The big question every future leader like you has to ask is, how do we make the smartest moves to stay ahead of the competition? And the answer, really, is in having accessible, real-time data. Now, this is what's really cool. This chart breaks down the kind of actionable intel you get. Managers can instantly pull up revenue summaries to adjust pricing on the fly, check occupancy to optimize staffing, or just monitor overall performance. For example, by digging into guest behavior data, a hotel might find that suite guests are 70% more likely to use the spa. That's a huge insight. It leads to a targeted spa promotion, which then boosts revenue by 15%. That's the power we're talking about. And from a business standpoint, the money side of it is incredibly compelling.
Just look at the cost difference on this chart. You're moving away from that massive upfront cost of on-premise hardware, that's that really tall bar, to a much more manageable and predictable subscription model. It just makes financial sense.
Another huge advantage of the cloud is how seamlessly everything can connect. Your PMS can talk to your CRM for personalization, your point-of-sale system for one single bill, and all the online travel agencies, the OTAs, to make sure your rates and room availability are always perfectly in sync. It creates one single, reliable source of truth for the whole hotel.
And as future leaders, you should always be thinking about growth. Cloud systems are naturally scalable, so whether you're adding 10 new rooms or a whole new property to your portfolio, the system just grows with you. You can add new features and tools as you need them without ever being held back by physical hardware.
Of course, with all this data floating around in the cloud, security has to be top of mind. And it is. Professional cloud systems are built with really robust, multi-layered security. We're talking advanced encryption, strict access controls, and compliance with global standards like GDPR to make sure that both the hotel's data and the guests' data are seriously protected.
So after all that, what's the big takeaway? If you remember anything, remember these three words: flexibility, efficiency, and personalization. The flexibility to manage from anywhere, the efficiency that comes from smooth workflows, and the incredible ability to deliver truly personalized guest experiences.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. This technology, it's an incredibly powerful tool. The real question is, as you all head out to start your careers, how are you going to use it? How will you leverage all this flexibility and data to innovate and to really redefine what an exceptional guest experience can be?